Hi, my name is Reena Gupta and this is my Breakthrough Collaborative teaching video. So we've all run across words that we might not know or might not understand in our reading, right? But that doesn't mean we can't figure it out. Today we're going to be learning about context clues, which are signal words or literary resources in the text that help us figure out what those hard words really mean. Context clues include definitions, which are the literal or dictionary meaning of a word. They also include antonyms, which are... Yes, Sagar?
The opposite meaning?
Exactly, the opposite meaning of a word. They include synonyms, which are, Kevin?
The same meaning as the word?
Exactly, words that have a similar or an alike meaning as that word. And they include examples, which are a little tricky, but we're going to figure it out. But basically, examples might state the word and then also state a way in which it can be used in that context. So now with this activity, what I want us to do is the words that are a little bit more difficult and that we're trying to find are written in purple. And together as a class, I want us to underline the clues, identify what type of clue it is, and then use that clue to figure out what the word means. Simple, okay? So Yasmin, could you read the first sentence?
Yeah, the joey, which is a baby kangaroo, peeked out of his mother's pocket.
Thank you. Okay, so what do we think the clue is here? We're trying to figure out what a joey is. What do we think the clue might be? Any ideas?
A baby kangaroo.
Exactly. Okay, so now what type of clue is this? Is it a definition? Is it
An example?
It's an example, or it could also be a definition. It's a fine line, but exactly. So if it is a definition or example, and a definition is the literal meaning of a word, what do we think a joey is?
A baby kangaroo.
Perfect, okay? Simple, right? So let's try the next one. Sagar, could you read the sentence?
Carly has found trite, worn-out expressions in her writing.
So this one's a little bit more difficult. What do we think the clue might be?
Worn out.
expressions.
Worn out? Okay, yeah. So what type of clue is worn out?
A synonym.
A synonym, which is a word that's similar in meaning. So what do we think trite means?
Worn out?
Worn out or overly used. It's such a common expression that it's trite, right? Okay, so let's move on. The two of them are usually civil, but today they were quite impolite to each other. What do we think the clue is there?
Impolite.
Okay, right, but there's one more clue. Can anyone guess what it might be?
Usually.
But, yeah, perfect. So usually they're civil, but today they were impolite. So what type of clue is that?
Antonym.
Antonym. And so if antonym is opposite, what do we think civil means?
Not impolite.
Or polite.
Polite.
Right? So they're usually really polite to each other, but today they were quite rude, right? Okay, so last one. Kevin, could you read the sentence?
Sure. It was quite a predicament. I needed a costume for the school play, but I couldn't find one at any of the stores.
Thank you. Okay, so this one's a little bit trickier, but what do we think some of our clues are here?
Couldn't find one.
Okay, yeah. So she needed a costume, but couldn't find one. So what type of clue is this maybe?
An example.
An example. So what do we think predicament means?
It's a troubling situation.
Yeah, a tough situation, a really hard situation. So yeah, you guys did such a great job. So this is just a short activity to show you that context clues are everywhere. You can use any of the signal words or resources in your reading to really figure out what those tough words are when you're alone. So now let's do a little cheer to help us remember how to use context clues. I'm going to say a line and then repeat after me, okay? Context clues are really great.
Context clues are really great.
They help define the words at stake.
They help define the words at stake.
Look at before or behind.
Look at before or behind.
Then underline the clues you find.
Then underline the clues you find.
Antonyms and synonyms.
Antonyms and synonyms.
Definitions, examples.
Definitions, examples.
Use nearby words that you know.
Use nearby words that you know.
To help the hidden meaning show.
To help the hidden meaning show.
Context clues are really great.
Context clues are really great.
They help define the words at stake.
They help define the words at stake.
Awesome.